Welcome to Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 4. Now I'm going to be talking about Pro Skater 3 and 4 and the 2-minute timer for the Pro Skater 4 goals. The Pro Skater 4 maps. People are not excited about that. I'm fine with it. I mean, it's a 50-50. People are either fine with it, people are upset with it. I'm fine with it personally. I love the Pro Skater 4 format. It's one of my favorite Tony Hawk games of all time. But I like... I'm hearing some... Oh, I understand the graffiti sound. Okay. But the reason why I'm fine with it is because I think 5 years down the road, where you can play the original Pro Skater 4 game, PS2, PC, whatever you want to play it on, or you can play it through this new way with the 2-minute timer with 10 goals per level, or is it 9? Some games it was 9 or 10. Because I'm thinking I would like to play Pro Skater 4 this way, but then I'm sure other days I would want to play it like it is in Pro Skater 3 and 4. So that's kind of my explanation. I heard someone say that's not a reasonable argument, but I'm like, but I think it is, because I'd be fine playing with either way, and I get 2 different ways to play the game. Hey, I'm fine with that. I like the idea of being able to play this game 2 different ways, but not everyone sees it that way. They want to be able to play the original game, the original goals, but with newer graphics, with this newer game on their, much more modern consoles like the PS5, Xbox Series X and S. Because I still have my PlayStation, I still have my Xbox, I can still play these games how they were intended on their original hardware, because I do have them. But not everybody that does, so I understand where they're coming from of not thinking it's a fair argument, I guess, but I still think it's fine. But something that's very, very interesting about this is that you can put it to not only 2-minute timer, but you can up it to like 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 60 minutes. You can have a 60-minute timer trying to get all goals in 60 minutes. How crazy is that? Now, I think this is their way of trying to make it up for people that wanted a free roam kind of style. While it's not entirely that, and I feel for you guys, it's still something, okay? It would be the optimal way to have it to where it's the original goals all there, but with a classic mode included for people that want to play it in a 2-minute timer way. But I don't really know if this is really up to Iron Galaxy, because let's face it, it's pretty much Pro Skater 1 and 2 with some changes here and there, but with Pro Skater 3 and 4 levels instead. Because it's built right off of Pro Skater 1 and 2. You can see it from not only the animations, but how the game runs. The menus are the exact same, the animations are the exact same. Some glitches are still there. It's still a lot like how it might be in Pro Skater 1 and 2. Which is kind of funny to say this, because it's also Pro Skater HD then became Pro Skater 5, because Pro Skater 5 was built off of that, and then Pro Skater 1 and 2 was built off of 5, and then 3 and 4 was built off of 1 and 2, which is very interesting. It's funny, but that's just how it goes, I guess. I want to know what a lot of people think about that, about the new 60-minute timer you can set it up to. I'm probably going to still set it to the classic 2-minute timer, just to see how I can do with all the maps, because it's not just Pro Skater 4 maps, but there's also the new maps. There's 3 new maps. We've seen stuff about 2. We've seen a lot of stuff for Water Park, but we haven't seen the pinball map. We haven't seen the 3rd map. We don't even know anything about it. We just know there is a 3rd map. A lot of these maps already have some of the pro challenge kind of things enabled. Let me go to options, or let's not go to options. Let's go to career, because this is the only way these are available, I guess. Here I am. Let me go to options and go to pro trick objects. Now with this, you can turn on and off different objects, which is pretty cool. Throughout the game, you unlock different objects because you play different missions. Those missions unlock the different objects, which is something that is really cool, but that's not something that's going to be available unless they give us the option to turn them on and off, but I kind of doubt it. I don't know. I don't know how that's going to really play. But there's also another something that I find interesting. In Pro Skater 3 and 4, there is this ramp missing, which It may not be that big of a detail, but it's something that I do realize. They not only just like add whichever objects are going to be enabled or not, but they also change how the games are going to be played, or not the games, but the levels, by having it be like this. No ramp here, which it may not seem that big, but when you're coming down here, you've got two options. You've got going up here, well, you can have unlimited options. You can either go up here to the street, or now you're forced to go into a wall, which you can wall ride, but I find it cool having a quarter pipe there. Quarter pipe is very nice here in my opinion. It adds a lot. That's something that's different. What's also different about this map, this is no longer a rail, like a little thing to grind. This is all one big ramp. It's just the small details I realize, I recognize. The last thing that I noticed about this is that this is much smaller. There's a ramp up to it, but only the middle little bit of it is the teleport. I wonder what you guys think about these maps and how they're going to be playing in these next game. This next game is going to have quite a few changes to the maps because even San Fran had a major change. Not only are the competition objects always going to be here, which I don't know if I enabled them or what. Well, if I do the competition mission, there's going to be a whole lot of objects to skate, but also they made a hole right through this. There's a hole there, which allows you to go to the other side, which I like, but it's interesting that they're changing the maps rather than just keeping them how they are and upgrading the graphics. I like this change. It does add quite a bit. I know it's not one-to-one, and people are going to be upset over that small detail, but I like that one. I don't like the college ramp missing. That's just me, but I like this one. So it's really up in the air what is going to be changed about the other maps. We don't really know. We don't know what Shipyard's going to be like, but I'm excited for a lot of these things. The goals in San Fran in the new game look really good. I like them. We got the 5 packages. We got helping the guy with rolling the ball and hitting the shark. But college has some very interesting ones. I wonder why they added sketching the car. I guess it's just because it's a gimmick goal. They want to add some way to use sketching again. But it's interesting. It's to initiate the goal and then you go and actually play it and try to sketch it instead of always having it always be active. I just find these interesting, okay? That was kind of cool. Oh, there's so much you can do in Embarcadero, dude. Oh, look at that. No way! But that's still kind of cool. I'm still really excited for this. I want to see how this game is going to fully play. I want to see how the other maps are going to play. I want to get a hands-on experience at playing the new water park map. We don't really know yet. You only really get to fully know if you play the game. You can get an idea of how it might play. It looks cluttered, but I really want to try comboing on the map to see how that's going to be playing. Let me know if you guys noticed anything else about how the new gameplay is for the Pro Skater 4 maps and all of that. I'd like to see what you guys think about it. What do you think about the new map? Just let me know, okay? Like always, please like, comment, subscribe. Use my Epic Creator Code, and stay goated!